It was a chilly autumn evening when Sarah moved into her grandmother's old house, a creaking relic hidden at the end of a long, overgrown driveway. The locals whispered about it, claiming it was haunted, but Sarah dismissed their tales as mere superstition. She was eager to start fresh in her new home. On her first night, the wind howled like a wounded animal, sending shivers down her spine. As she settled into bed, a faint sound pierced the silence. It was a scream, a chilling, agonizing wail that seemed to echo from the basement. Sarah's heart raced. She told herself it was just the wind or perhaps a stray animal, but the screams continued, rising and falling like a tortured melody. Determined to silence her fears, she crept to the basement door. The wooden planks were worn and splintered, as if they had witnessed years of sorrow. She hesitated, her hand hovering over the doorknob. The screams intensified, now morphing into desperate pleas for help. "Please, let me out!" Gulping down her fear, Sarah twisted the knob and slowly opened the door. A musty odor wafted up, and she flicked on the light. The bulb flickered, casting eerie shadows on the damp walls. She descended the creaky steps, each one groaning beneath her weight. The screams faded, replaced by an unsettling silence. At the bottom, the room was cluttered with old furniture and dust-covered boxes. As she stepped farther in, she noticed something odd. A large, rusty padlock on a door at the far end. Her pulse quickened as she approached it. What lay behind that door? The screams? The source of her unease? Before she could think, a sudden crash echoed from the darkness, followed by a weak, raspy voice. "Help me," it pleaded. Sarah's heart raced. She had to know. She knelt to inspect the padlock, but it was old and heavy. As she fumbled with it, the voice grew frantic. "Don't leave me here!" Just then, the lights flickered and went out, plunging her into darkness. Panic surged through her. She reached for her phone, but before she could find it, a cold hand grabbed her wrist, pulling her back. "You shouldn't have come down here," the voice hissed, now chillingly close. Sarah screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the darkness. She struggled against the grip, her heart pounding. With a surge of adrenaline, she broke free and dashed up the stairs, slamming the door behind her. She locked it, gasping for breath. The screams resumed, now more furious than ever. "Let me out! Let me out!" But Sarah didn't look back. She fled to her room, barricading the door, praying for dawn. As morning light broke, the screams faded into a distant memory. But when she finally mustered the courage to go downstairs, the basement door stood ajar, the padlock hanging open. And from the shadows, a whisper echoed, "You can't escape me. I'm part of this house now."